Hey guys, so this is going to be a review of Naruto Shippuden episodes 276 through 280, and so right before this I was looking through my videos to see when the last time I filmed a Naruto review was, and apparently it was for episodes 251 through 255, which is only like 20 episodes, but apparently I did all of those reviews on my blog and I didn't make videos, so it's been 6 months since my last Naruto review, which I did not realize. Like, honest to God, did not realize that I had done that many reviews in a row on my blog instead of as videos. It does kind of make sense because I haven't been, like, I haven't gone back and looked at how many videos I've uploaded this past semester in comparison to normal, but it feels like it's hardly anything. I feel like I'm hardly doing anything other than school over the course of this semester. Next semester shouldn't be as bad, thankfully. But anyway, I did not realize that that had happened, so I'm finally doing a video review again, but there's nothing I can do about that now, so if you want to read what I thought about all of the episodes that I've watched over the past 6 months, those are all on my blog. My blog will be linked below so you can go and read those reviews, because I have written reviews for all those episodes. I just haven't made videos. Since a lot is happening, I think the last time I made a video review was in the midst of all the filler, and I was talking about how annoyed I was and how much I wanted the filler to be over with, and finally I am through that. I have been through the worst part of the filler for a while now, but thankfully I'm really liking where the story's at. There's still some filler every so often, but there are a lot of really great episodes recently, and I really liked some of these 5 episodes, even though some of it was filler as well. There's a bit of talk in these episodes about the monster that the Akatsuki, or more specifically Madara, are making with the tailed beast, combining them together, which I think is pretty cool, but I don't really have much to say about it. There's also a mention that each side has lost half of their forces already, or at least I wrote that down as being in the episode, so I'm assuming at some point it was mentioned, which is it's very early in the fighting and each side has lost half their forces. I'm pretty sure there was an exact mention of how many people were on each side and how many were lost, but I didn't write that part down because my notes are always really brief because I'm trying to watch the show and obviously have to read subtitles and write at the same time, and so my notes end up being really brief, and then so much of the time I go back and read them and I don't even know what I meant to write because it makes no sense. So I didn't get that specific, but all I wrote down is that each side has lost half of their troops, which is crazy and also kind of scary. And it does interest me though that no one from none of the significant characters really have died on the good side, and that's interesting considering they've lost half of their forces and no one that people really care about has died. So interesting. There was a bit where the Ninetales was talking to Naruto and we got some flashbacks that all kind of dealt with Naruto and Sasuke's relationship. I don't really have much to say about that other than the same thing that I say all the time we get flashbacks like that, which is that I actually really like those flashbacks the vast majority of the time, because I don't know, there's something about just seeing back that far that makes me feel somewhat nostalgic about the older episodes that feel so long ago now. Episode 278 was basically filler, I think, and I wrote in my notes, I made a note to myself when I was watching this episode about it feeling like a slasher movie to me, and I'm pretty sure I wrote that little note really early on in the episode before it had really gone into things, but it definitely kind of felt like that to me, just this whole there's someone killing people and we don't know who it is and he's among us sort of feeling, but I figured out pretty early on that it was Neji doing it, or someone, I figured out pretty early on that it was someone pretending to be Neji doing it, because I knew it wasn't like the real Neji doing it. So it wasn't very suspenseful for me really, because I had figured out what was going on. So that episode was pretty boring overall, I would say. Episode 279 was focused on Team 8 though, and I kind of loved it. Even though it would probably technically be considered filler, I like genuinely enjoyed that episode. I think that like Hinata has always been one of my favorite characters, but I feel like I've gotten a greater appreciation for all of Team 8. I don't know if it would be recently, but it hasn't always been there, and at some point in time it developed, and I don't exactly know when. But I loved this episode. I love getting to see them, and I really love their dynamics together, like the three of them. And I really enjoyed so many aspects of that episode. I really liked Shino's like idea for figuring out who the enemy was, and Kiba reading him and things like that. Like I just really like their dynamic as a team, and like I said, Hinata is one of my favorite characters, and I loved the bit at the very end of the episode when Kiba makes the comment, and I really loved the comment made at the very end of the episode about how Hinata loving Naruto is like the village's greatest secret, and Hinata like getting all like blushy and stuff about it. I really loved that little bit because it was cute. Sometimes I really wonder how Deidara managed to join the Akatsuki when he reminds me of like a 3-year-old child throwing temper tantrums all of the time. Like, it feels oddly satisfying to watch Deidara lose it when he's like going on and on about really obnoxiously about his art, and then to see other people not really appreciate his art the way he wants them to, and to see him get like really angry and throw a complete temper tantrum about it is like oddly satisfying. And I loved that they figured out like how angry he was that Sasuke had lived, and like his final death wasn't worth it the way that he had it planned for it to be. Like it wasn't the grand artistic thing that he wanted it to be, and I loved how aggravated that made him, and I mean loved in a way that like it was pleasurable seeing him so angry about it, and then them using Sasuke to like lure him where they wanted him, like because he was so angry that Sasuke wasn't like acknowledging him the way that he wanted him to, was hilarious to me, and I loved that. I know I've seen 281 and 282, and I think I might have watched 283 earlier yesterday. It was last night. I did not watch Naruto today. I watched it yesterday, I think. I can't even remember. Now that I'm on winter break, all of the days are just blending together because I don't have to keep track of them anymore. But yeah, so I should be having another Naruto review soon, because considering it's winter break and I have lots of free time, I think it's going to happen soon, and maybe it'll be a video, maybe it'll be on my blog again, but I'm gonna try and not have 6 months before my next video Naruto review again. We'll see what happens. I think that is all, and I will see you guys later. Bye.